see that China property sector sees some pressure. First is that for the overall sales, if we look at the first 3 months, the first quarter data, the property sales of top 100 developers still decline almost half of that year on year. So that's actually the key issue for most developers, including Vanke, Country Garden, for their liquidity issue. The second pressure is coming from the price. While we do see some transaction volume started to increase regarding to the secondary market in some key cities, we actually see the price keeps decline. Basically, more people want to sell the house, and people are still expecting the property price will continue to decline. So overall, we still see quite a lot of pressure this year. And for those developers, on one hand, is that yes, we expect potential bottoming coming soon, because there are not too many developers, especially private developers, still haven't defaulted on public debts. And also in some tier 3 cities, the transaction volume as well as the price has already declined so much, so there's not too much room to decline. So yes, we are still in the process of bottoming, but it's very hard to say that we can see the market to recover in this year.
But if the policymakers through the banks continue to support the market, continue to throw good money behind bad, which is not a prudent strategy, but if it's the strategy right now, then eventually, do you not think that would lead to a sequence of events where demand will slowly start to recover? At the same time, of course, they are trying to fix the consumption problem and the unemployment problem among the youth. So if you kind of bring about stability, then it's a matter of a few quarters when a pickup in housing demand comes through.
Good question. So first is that if we look at how China supports the property sector, it's more based on projects rather on developers. So look at what China conducted to support the property sector. It's mainly use the white list, so that property developers regarding to the property projects would got government or local government support and also the bank support if they are qualified based on qualified for several conditions. But it's more like projects based rather than the developers based. So currently, China still see the problem with developers. For developers themselves, especially they borrow the money from their main body rather than the projects. It's still very difficult for them to repay the money. The second is that regarding to the China government's priority, they definitely put ensuring house delivery as the top priority when trying to stabilize the market. So yes, on one hand is that China is taking a lot of efforts to boost the sector, but on the other hand is that we still see potential property defaults, developers defaults, for public bonds.